Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of my 150 subscriber special DVD collection. This is going to be my second row of DVDs. So, without further ado, let's get started, because we do have a lot to cover. Of course, like the first one, there's a lot of movies, so let's get started. We got through basically the numbers through... We started the B's, so this is going to be continuing in the B's through, like, whatever. So I mean, I think we ended like the D's. So this is B's, all the C's, and some of the D's. So let's get started. The first one, after Blade Trinity, because that was the last one on the last list, is Blades of Glory. It's an okay movie. Got Michael Hedder in it, Napoleon Dynamite, and of course Will Ferrell. I like Will Ferrell. They get banned from skating, but they find a loophole and they get to skate again in pairs. So and then hilarity ensues. It's a pretty decent movie. Then we have a really bad superhero movie. Oh, but have you heard those words before? It's Blood Rain. Yeah, I love the game, and I thought maybe I would like the movie because I actually never saw the movie in theaters, but it's bad. The chick's hot, but it's a bad movie. It doesn't even really follow the game that close either. I mean, it does some a little bit, but it's kind of it's a bad movie. Then we have one of these undercover B-rated horror movies called Blood Relic. It's actually a pretty good underground movie. It's about this Navy pilot that goes on a killing spree and he hides in this hangar of a Navy thing, and 22 years later he comes back to continue. It's decent. Then we have an anime movie called It's actually just It's a weird anime. Dude's got ice cream on his head as a head, and dude got a fish coming out of it. I don't know. It's a weird anime. It's funny, but it's freaking weird. I can't explain it to you. It's freaking weird. Then we have Boogeyman. I'm the Boogeyman. It's it's mediocre. Dad gets a family. I mean, Dad remembers something that ate his friends and stuff like that 16 years earlier. Now it's back to wreak havoc again. It's mediocre movie. It's not that good. Then we have one of my favorite movies. It's not my personal favorite. That one's coming up pretty soon. My all-time favorite movie. But this is a pretty damn good movie. It's Boogie Nights. So, dude joins the adult. He wants to become a dancer or some kind of turning his films into art form and all kind of stuff. But he goes into the adult business, and becomes like a huge star in the adult business. So, but then he falls into a slippery slope like sex, drugs, violence, and all that kind of stuff. It's a great movie. So, I recommend watching it if you ever have the chance. Now, speaking of my favorite movie of all time, I got both movies in the series right now. But my favorite movie of all time, nothing's going to top it unless, I mean, there's been some really good movies, but my personal favorite movie of all time, The Boondock Saints. This movie has everything. Russian thugs, FBI, and two people that, in their mind, go on killing spree, but they're thinking they're ending the world of evil. Oh my God, this movie's got it all. This is my personal favorite movie of all time, and I got Boondock Saints too. So, but definitely my favorite movie of all time would be The Boondock Saints. Then we have Sacha Baron Cohen's Borat. Cultural Learnings of America for a Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. It's a weird movie. It's funny. Dude goes to the United States to make a documentary. It's a weird movie. I don't have Bruno, thank God, but I have Borat, so it's pretty damn funny. He goes from a different country and tries to make a documentary in the United States, and hilarity ensues. Don't sue me. I mainly got it from my girlfriend and my little nieces. I got little nieces and nephews that come sometime and like watch movies, all that kind of stuff. But I do own it. I own all but one of them. Yeah. I'm not afraid to admit that I kind of like the movies. It's really not that bad if you think of it with an open mind and think of it like a typical teenage love triangle that involves vampires and werewolves, but vampires don't sparkle, blah, 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 blah. But I mainly got it from my girlfriend because she likes it, and I got little nieces and stuff like that sometimes come to the house. They like to watch it and all that kind of stuff, so, I picked it up. I have the whole series, but Breaking Dawn Part 2, so. Yeah, it's Twilight. Sue me. I like this movie. It's got a lot of controversy because a lot of people didn't like it, but personally, I love the movie. I don't care what people say. Brokeback Mountain. I guess it's because I'm bisexual or whatever like that, and yes, that's something y'all probably didn't know about me, probably don't really care to know about me, but I just appreciate this movie. It's thought outside the box, and I thought Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal did really, really good in this movie, so. And it's got Anne Hathaway movies, so. Anyway. It's a good movie. Don't watch it. Don't not watch it because it's a different movie and it has gay cowboys in it. It's not like that. I mean, it's a good movie. Trust me on this. The Brothers Grimm. It's got Matt Damon and Heath Ledger in it, and it's about the Brothers Grimm, about the stories that they wrote, and they're actually coming to life, and all that kind of stuff. They go into this forest, and they find out that a bunch of the things that they wrote about are actually real in this forest. It's a nice little family movie. It's not bad. Bruce Almighty. Jim Carrey at his best. This is probably one of Jim Carrey's better movies that came out in the past 10 years. It's, yeah. He makes fun of God. God gives him this power, and he gets to play God for a couple of days to see how hard it actually is to play God. So, it's actually really funny, and Morgan Freeman plays God, and it's not bad. It's a pretty freaking funny movie. I got I got two movies in this series, and I think there's only two. There may be a third one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Butterfly Effect, Butterfly Effect, and Butterfly Effect 2. They're weird movies. Yeah, dude has paranormal powers. He has his girlfriend dies. He has powers to actually go back in time to try to save her. But when he does, he keeps altering events and keeps shaping the course of history, and it's a weird movie. So, but it's actually pretty good. The first one's got Ashton Kutcher in it, and the second one's got people I've never heard of before. But first one's actually superior, Ashton Kutcher. But this one, the first one, he can go back and past. He had a tragic childhood. He's going to try to alter the events of his childhood, but don't fuck with the past. And if you can time travel, don't fuck with anything, because things will happen. Camp Rock. Actually, this movie was given to me. I've never watched it, but my nieces and nephews seem to like it. It's a Disney Channel movie. I don't know anything about it, but it seems like my little nieces and nephews seem to like it. So, I mean, I got it if they want to watch it, they can. I don't personally know anything about it, so. Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, before this movie, I really didn't know that much. I mean, I follow comic books, but I really didn't know extremely a lot about Captain America. This movie actually told me a lot, like how Captain America came to be with the super serum, and how Captain America, winds up in the future, and a little bit more about Captain America's villains, the Red Skull. It's a pretty decent movie. It's all this movie, along with a lot of the other movies, Iron Man's and all that kind of stuff, all led up to the first Avengers movie, that kind of stuff. But it's actually really, really good. I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. It was very decent. And going from a very decent superhero movie to possibly one of the worst superhero movies ever made. Do I need to say anything? Do I need to say anything? It's Halle Berry and freaking Catwoman. I own it because I'm a superhero collector. I like superhero movies, but yeah, that's probably one of the worst ones. Along down there with like Batman and Robin and maybe Steel, something like that. But yeah, it's Halle Berry's Catwoman. I mean, I know Catwoman was supposed to be sexy in the comics, but they kind of over-sexualized her in this movie, and I don't know. This movie's just terrible. The Cave, another one of those B-rated underground horror movies. They go to they go to a cave that has maybe some undiscovered ecosystem, undiscovered animals, so they hire a group of people to go in there to help them explore it and that kind of stuff. But when they go in there, they don't find just another ecosystem. They find another species of stuff altogether, and it's out to kill you. So, it's okay. Another one of the movies, Cerberus. It's about Attila the Hun. No. It's a band of people steal Attila the Hun's sword, which, of course, frees the Cerberus on the world. It's okay. It's okay, movie. Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. It's Charlie's Angels. I mean, they're not bad. It's not the best movies in the world, but it's definitely not bad. They're your typical female action movies, and it's cool. I mean, it's a good little series, but Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I love the Willy Wonka, and I was really skeptical about this one, but that's the way because Johnny Depp looked as Willy Wonka. But is it better than the Willy Wonka one? Yes and no. Some aspects it is, some aspects it isn't. But Johnny Depp is Johnny Depp. I mean, he did a good job with it. I mean, this one follows a little bit closer to the book. And Tim Burton did add some stuff to the movie that wasn't appearing in the book, like Johnny Depp's past with his father and how he became a chocolate maker and how he got the Oompa Loompas and stuff like that. But this one also kind of modernized to do with the music and stuff like that. But it's actually a pretty good remake. Is it better than Willy Wonka? That's up for you to decide, but I actually think it's a pretty damn good remake. From the Jay and Silent Bob DC universe, we have Chasing Amy. It's the third book of the... No, it's the fourth book. Fourth movie of the Jay and Silent Bob series. Because it was Clerks, Mallrats, Dog Like That, Chasing Amy. He... One of the comic book artists falls in love with another comic book artist, only to find out she's a lesbian. So, and yeah, it kind of craziness ensues. It's a Jay and Silent Bob movie. Of course, it's got Jay and Silent Bob in it, and all kind of stuff. It's got Ben Affleck in it too. Still wondering what people are thinking about Ben Affleck playing Batman, but yeah. But this is the fourth movie of the Jay and Silent Bob series. It's decent. It's not the best one. In fact, I think it's probably one of the weakest ones of them, besides maybe Jersey Girl. But it's still an okay movie. It's worth watching, taking a view of here and there if you want to take a look at it. Cheaper by the Dozen 2. I don't have the first one, just the second one. Nice little family movie. Guy gets married, and they wind up one of them having like 6 kids, the other one having 6 kids, so there's a bunch of kids. And this one they're trying to go take a summer getaway, but yeah, hilarity ensues when its longtime rival Eugene Levy goes to the same place and craziness ensues. It's an okay family movie. Chicken Little, another good family movie. I actually like this one. This one's pretty good. Little chicken trying to save the world from an alien invasion. If you have little kids or if you like little Disney movies, all kinds of stuff, this was actually a pretty good one. I would recommend this one to anybody. I don't have the entire series, but I have the first 3. And we have The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe, and The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. I like them. Some people don't, some people do. This is just one of those hit and miss kind of series. Personally, I kind of like them. I like the fantasy stuff. When I grew up, I watched Page Master and Never Ending Story and stuff like that. So this was like kind of up my vein for a little while, but it's good. Yeah, I mean I like it. 2 more movies in the Jay and Silent Bob View-esque universe. We got the first movie in the entire ones, Clerks, and we have the 6th one and final one so far, Clerks 2. Clerks, they didn't expect to be such a big hit. It was about these 2 clerks living in everyday life and what happens inside what happens inside of a convenience store. But you know, they make it a lot more grosser and more mature, like I don't know, having sex in the bathroom, somebody dying in the bathroom. I don't know, it's all the language and stuff like that. And the second one, they move on to a fast food restaurant, and he's thinking about moving on to a car wash and proposing and actually living a normal life, and of course shit gets in the way. So Click, another pretty good Adam Sandler movie. It's one of his mature comedies. He gets a remote control, which is actually able to take care of his old is actually able to control the whole universe. Like he wants to mute his wife, he can mute his wife. He wants to fast forward something he gets bored of, he can fast forward it. But then eventually the controller starts taking mind it's on. Like anytime he's in a meeting, like he fast forwarded the first meeting. Now anytime he's in a meeting, he fast forwards it, and then he eventually starts fast forwarding years at a time. And before you know it, it's an old man, and he regrets not being able to live his proper life. It's actually a really funny movie, but it's got a nice message to it. So, I mean, I would want to check it out if you have a chance. College. It's your typical college movie. Enough said. It's another one of those college. They are high school seniors to go to a college to check out a college because they're and all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a typical college movie. I don't have anything to say about it. There's better, there's worse, but yeah, that's what it is. Constantine. Yeah, another comic movie, huh? He is a angel, spiritual warrior fighting the demons of hell. So he's the savior in the middle of Heaven and Hell, Angels and Devils War. It's very action-packed, really good. You would like it if you haven't had a chance to watch it. Going back to the mind of Tim Burton. We're almost done. We got 10 more after this one, so we're almost done. Coming from the mind of Tim Burton again, we have Corpse Bride. He, dude gets whisked away to the underworld and winds up marrying a dead. And it's he has a strict upbringing, and he of course the underworld has a lot less kind of stuff, a little bit of clashes and all kind of stuff, but it's really good. And he finds out that there's nothing that can be standing in the way between him and his true love, which he winds up loving the Corpse Bride. So. The Crow. Yes. It doesn't really say it on the front, but if you look on the side, it says The Crow. It's The Crow. Yes. Yes. Yes, very good movie. Rock guitarist who with his fiance is brutally killed by a gang of criminals, and he comes back to life to wreak vengeance and stuff like that. It's a great movie. Probably one of the best, all kind of stuff. And how he got the crow is he's watched over by a crow, of course. So, but yes, definitely on the Crow. Cry Wolf. The kid starts spending like a hoax email about a killer, and of course nobody believes it. But then they actually send out an email because it really is a killer. Nobody believes them, and they have to defend for themselves, and all of them start getting killed off one by one. It's a typical hack and slash thriller teenage movie, but that's why it's called Cry Wolf. It's okay. Alright, that's it for the C's, guys, for now in the D's. And we're getting close to the end of this row, so. A lot of controversy has been made around this movie recently because of Ben Affleck. A lot of people hate the movie, a lot of people sort of like the movie. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's not as bad as what people make it out to be. It's not the best superhero movie, but I've definitely seen a couple worse. But we have Daredevil. Ben Affleck, I think, does an okay job. I mean, he actually does a decent job, which is why I think he'll make a decent Batman. But that's just me. People continue to disagree with me. I don't care. But it's a decent movie. I mean, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I kind of like it. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. I mean, I'll watch it. I watched it a couple days ago, actually. So, but if you haven't watched it yet, watch it, see for yourself, see what you think. I don't know, but some people like it, some people don't. It's all up to your perspective. Another one I thought was a B-rated movie, but it has a little bit more higher actors in there, and so and I realized no, it's not a B-rated movie. It just didn't get a hold on. But it's called Darkness. It's got Anna Paquin and all kind of stuff. I haven't actually personally seen it. My roommate has, and he said it's pretty good. But it's not a B-rated movie. It's got Anna Paquin, and it's got Ian Glenn and Lena Olin. I don't know who they are, but I mean, it's not as big. It's not as very bad. It's not a B-rated film. So anyway. I don't know. I mean, I'll have to probably take it out and I'll give y'all a judgment when I watch it. Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight, freaking love it. Best superhero movie ever. Better than Batman. Better than all kind of stuff. Just because of Heath Ledger's Joker. Oh my God, did he do the Joker incredible. I mean, that's probably and all kind of stuff. And Christian Bale was like at his Batman best in that movie. I don't know. That movie is the perfect superhero movie. Dark Knight Rises, not so much. I mean, it's a good movie. I hated Bane. Freaking hated him. Don't like it. In fact, I put it below Batman Begins. That's the worst of the trilogy, but that's just me. I don't know. I really couldn't get into Batman Dark Knight Rises as I did other ones, and they kind of disappointed me. It really, really disappointed me. Is it a bad movie? No. I mean, it's still got Batman. It's got Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. Oh my God, I love Anne Hathaway. But overall, just as the Batman movies go, I couldn't get into it as much as the other ones, and it's only because of Bane. I couldn't get into Bane. Nobody's still been able to portray Bane correctly. I mean, he got the closest, but it's still not correct, and it bothers me because I really like Bane in the comics, but it's still not correct. So, but Dark Knight definitely yes. Dark Knight Rises not so much. 4 more for this one. 4 more for this one. Dark Water. Think of like a lesser, scarier version of Silent Hill. You move into a mysterious town, noises, leaks, all that kind of stuff start taking over, and they don't know what's going on. It's okay movie. Date movie. It's one of those typical, like they were making fun of everything, like date movies, epic movie, Meet the Spartans, all that kind of stuff. It was a superhero movie. It's a date movie. It's making fun of all like American Pies and all the date movies and all that kind of stuff. It's okay. It's funny, but I've seen better. The Da Vinci Code. Great movie. I need to get Angels and Demons, but I don't have it. I have the Da Vinci Code. That's definitely worth a very good movie and all kind of stuff. If you haven't checked it, what the hell is wrong with you? It has Tom Hanks in it. They're trying to solve a murder mystery that brings them to England, and they find a ancient civilization. So like that, it's kind of crazy. And the final movie in this one, this is a B-rated horror movie. It's Death Tunnel. They go to a sanatorium where 5 co-eds agree to spend the night, and then shit happens. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, that's it for part 2 of my DVD collection. Part 3 will be coming as soon as I can get all my DVDs. People borrow some of my DVDs, I can stuff. If I get them all together, I'll try. That's why it took me so long for part 2, because I had to wait for Constantine and a couple movies because people were borrowing them. But once I get all of it together I will do part 3. So again, thank y'all for getting me to 150 subscribers. I'll see y'all eventually for part 3 of my DVD collection, and y'all have a good day.